Meso-America and Mid-America.
Meso-America refers to the diverse civilization that shared similar cultural characteristics in the geographic areas comprising the modern-day countries of Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, Belize, El Salvador, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica. The term Mesoamerica literally means Middle America in Greek. Middle America often refers to the larger area in the Americas, but it also previously been used more narrowly to refer to Mesoamerica. What race is Mesoamerican? Mesoamerican Indian, member of any indigenous peoples inhabiting Mexico and Central America. Mesoamerican Indian cultures have a common origin in the pre-Columbian civilization of the area. Where was Mesoamerica? Mesoamerica refers to the diverse civilization that shared similarly cultural characteristics in the geographic areas comprising the modern-day countries of Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, Belize, El Salvador, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica. Some of the shared cultural traits among Mesoamerican peoples included a complex pantheon of idiot architectural features, a ball game, the 260-day calendar trade, food, dress, and accoutrements. Some of the most well-known Mesoamerican cultures are the Olmec Maya, Zapotec, Teotihuacan, Mixtec, and Mexica. The geography of Mesoamerica is incredibly diverse, including humid tropical areas, dry desert, high mountainous terrains, and low coastal plains. An anthropologist named Paul Turloff first used the term Mesoamerica in 1946 to define these geographical areas as having shared cultural traits prior to the invasion of Europeans, and the term of remained. Typically, when we discuss Mesoamerican art, we are referring to art made by peoples in Mexico and much of Central America. When people mention native North American art, usually referring to the indigenous people in US and Canada. Even though these countries are all part of North America. More recently, archaeologists and art historians have considered connections between the southwestern and southeastern US and Mesoamerica, an area sometimes called either the Greater Southwest or Greater Mesoamerica. Focusing on the connections demonstrate how people were in contact with another through trade, shared belief, migration, or conflict. Ball courts, for instance, are found in Arizona sites such as the Pueblo Grande of the Hohokam. It is important to remember that modern-day geographic terms like Mesoamerica or Southeastern U.S. are recently designations. A myth paper was extensively produced and used for both communication, records, and ritual during the Triple Alliance. However, after the Spanish conquest, the produce was mostly banned and replaced by European paper. Amid paper produced never completely died, nor did not the rituals associated with amanu. Spanish for hand is ground stone tool used with imitate and process or grind food by hand. It also known by the now term metapil. When was Mesoamerica? Art historians and archaeologists divide Mesoamerican history into distinct periods, and some of these periods are then further divided into sub-periods, early, middle, and late. The date for the end of post-classic period is somewhat considered as a presumption that Mesoamerican culture largely ended with the arrival of Spaniards into Mexican capital of Tenochtitlan in 1519. Though Mesoamerican culture continued under Spanish control, albeit significantly rapidly transformed. You might also encounter the term pre-Columbian, which is a term of designation indigenous cultures prior to the arrival of Columbus. It includes those in Meso-America as well as in South America and Caribbean. This term is problematic for several reasons. Meso-America language. What language did people speak? There was no single language that united the people of Mesoamerica. Linguists believe the Mesoamericans spoke more than 125 different languages. For instance, Maya peoples did not speak Mayan, but could have spoken Yucatec Maya, Quechua, or Joseo. Among many others, the Mexica belonged to the bigger Noha ethnic group and therefore spoke Inalcal. Writing. Mesoamerican writing systems vary by culture. Rebus writing was common among many groups like Naha and Mystic. Imagine drawing an eye, a heart, and an apple. You just use rebus writing to communicate. I love apples. To anyone familiar with these symbols, many visual writing systems in Mesoamerica functioned similarly, although the previous sample was simplified for the sake of clarity. You might encounter the phrases write without words, write with signs, used to describe many write systems in Mesoamerica. It is also called pictographic, ideographic, or picture writing.
And between Lord 8 Deer and Lady 13 Serpent in the Codex Zouch not all. And in the late period, only the Maya used a writing system like ours. With the signs and sounds and syllables, they combine together to create words. And Maya writing is logographic, so is to communicate a syllable or a word. And it is difficult to generalize about Mesoamerican religious belief and cosmological ideas because they were so complex. And Mesoamerica believed in the universe division along two axes, one vertical, the other horizontal, and to find the world split into three major realms, the celestial, terrestrial, and the underworld.
Ball game. The meaning of the ball game were many and varied. It could symbolize a range of larger cosmological ideas, including the movement of the sun through the underworld every night. War captives also played the games against members of a winning city or group, with the game symbolizing their defeat in war. Sometimes a game was even played instead of going to war. So, ball game is known by a wide variety of names. In English, it is often called pok-tapok or pok-atok. These terms originate from a 1932 article by Danish archaeologist Franz Blum, who adopted it from the Yucatec Maya word pokolpok. And to play this game, players were required to hit the ball with the trunks of their body rather than with their hands and feet. And they play Maya ball game for just entertainment. Yes, it was a religious ritual that symbolized the constant battle between good and evil. The Maya believed that in order to keep the gods happy and harvest plentiful, they had to sacrifice a healthy human being.
And the game was invented in pre-classical period of 2500 to 100 BCE by the Olmec.
And teams of 1 to 4 people makes a regular appearance throughout pre-Columbian history. Next is the Information Age. The basics. The Information Age began around the 1970s and is still going on today. It is also known as the Computer Age and Digital Age or New Media Age. This era brought about a time period in which people could access information and knowledge easily. Influences of the past on the Information Age. The Renaissance influenced the Information Age by creating the idea inventions while too advanced for the time, and the basic idea was used to develop modern inventions. And the Renaissance also changed literature, and at first only books that told stories of religion and religious heroes were written. During the Renaissance, people began to write realistic books,
And not just religious stories. People mindset about themselves changed. It was no longer about what humans could do for God, but what humans could do for themselves. This way of thinking, my dear classmates, is called humanism. And next is about the inventions and innovations of the information age. There were many different inventions that came about because of the information age, one of which was the computer. The internet allowed people to access information with the touch of a button. And the internet has turned society into homebodies, and that is a fact. Nowadays, people are used the new invention or new technology, and individuals who do everything from the comfort of their homes instead of venturing outdoors to complete tasks. People can do everything online like shopping, communicating, bill paying, working, education, entertainment, even ordering food by the online. This may be good, but it has a side effect. It also made us a very lazy and uneducated society. And these are the important people of the information age is Tim Berners-Lee and Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. Berners-Lee created the World Wide Web. Job who was created by the first effective personal computer called the Apple I. The Apple I was a huge advancement in computer science, and it carved the path for the computers we have now. Apple has created iPhone, iPad, iMac, and Apple TV. Gates is also a huge force in the information age. He founded Microsoft, which created almost everything that has to do with computers. Microsoft developed programs like Microsoft Office, Windows, and many other influential products. And next is changes of the information age. The information age has changed people. Like I said before, that a lot of people change because of the new invention, and it is true. So, the information age has changed people because of technology, science, economics, culture, and even the way people think. The internet is arguably the most prominent innovation of the information age. The internet changed the way people do everything, and it has made the people easier, but it also makes a large amount of the population smarter. But also, information age has made industrial countries stronger, with online companies being some of the most successful and economically stimulating business. Outdoor economies receive more from them and keep our world turning. People are becoming more matured and more educated due to things like the computer and the internet. And this time period has reshaped governments with the new technology being created every day. Governments can now more advanced and effective militaries because of things like that, the internet, and create a new law had to be put in place to stop hacking, privacy, and identity theft, and others that is illegal. And next is the impacts of the information age. Information age brought about many new inventions and innovation. Many communication services like texting, email, and social media developed, though the world has not been the same since people learn when new language easier and many books have been translated into different languages, so people around the world can become more educated. However, the information age is not all good. There are people in the world that believe they can live their entire life through the internet. Also, a huge criminal organization relying on hacking into government system and obtaining confidential information to continue their way of life. Job has also become easier, and same jobs can even be done from the comfort of your own home. And it because of the machine are now being used to do the work humans. And the last is the information age and conclusion. The information age is also known as the computer age, digital age, silicon age, or new media age. It is a historical period that began in the mid-20th century, characterized by a rapid epochal shift from a traditional industry established by the Industrial Revolution to an economy primarily based upon information technology. The onset of the information age has been associated with the development of the transistor in 1974, the basic building block of modern electronics, the optical amplifier, in 1957,
The basic of long-distance fiber optic communication and Unix time measure from the start of January 1, 1970, the basis of coordinated universal time and network time protocol which now centralize all computers connected to the internet. Inclusion. The information age is now very era from the Stone Age up to the Industrial Revolution has led to the world as we know it. Without the information, knowledge, and discovery of the past, we could not be here today. The past has shaped our present and we will continue to shape our future.